This podcast is powered by Shea Moisture Men. The Shea Moisture Men collection was designed to provide head-to-toe care for men of color and keep you looking fresh and feeling even fresher. Shea Moisture's products are formulated with ingredients that are naturally derived and sustainably sourced from hair care to beard care to body care. See which line will provide you with safe and uncompromising care at www.sheamoisture.com. Shea Moisture Men, built to serve men of color. Now, of course, back to the pod.
Hey. Woo.
You getting my shirt over there? You say something about champion? Something on there?
Champion. Champion. There you go. Hey. 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 Yep.
Where were you during the Grey Cup final?
Where was I?
when it all went down.
Yo, you know what's crazy, man? Like, it's been an amazing sports week. This has been probably, for a man like me who watches almost all things, one hockey. But crazy. I was flipping back and forth between NFL, seeing my Eagles, and then seeing the champions being crowned in a crazy back and forth.
Do you watch the games throughout the year? You try to catch them?
I try to catch some. I wanted to go live in person, but that didn't happen this year. But they're actually not bad, man. Like, I mean, of course, not bad. They're champions, but like, yo, going to a CFL game is fun, man. There's a lot of points that get scored. So like, it's like a college game. Like, tons of points are getting scored.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it, but like, I was supposed to be there in Regina, and I said no.
Man them. It's not with a hype thing. A war.
Yeah. What's up?
And of course, it's your boy. Where am I at?
Shop like Shaq.
Oh, that was kind of
switch up.
I like
switch
that.
Up. Okay.
No, that was a delay. There was two different things going on, two different soundboards working at the same time.
Hey.
How was your week? Before we get into going back to what we were doing.
No, this week's been good, man. It's been a blessed week, bro. I feel like I was telling you off the top, like just the amount of sports I've consumed, which is always good for me. Just, I haven't felt this way since I was about to say BC, but no, it was actually like the bubble.
Word.
It was the bubble when we
Keep
had
using
NBA.
the terminology. Let them know BC before COVID.
Yo, quick like tangent side note. I realized you have BC, I have AD. Ooh. Think about it for a second.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
AD after.
No.
Ashley
Dennis. That's crazy, right? I just thought about that today, but sidebar anyways, whatever. Call back from last week, it's fine. But no, what I was saying is like, it's just like it's been since the bubble NBA season where we had like games on all day. Like you wake up, there's games, you know? So I'm waking up, there's World Cup soccer happening. There's
this is like probably the peak.
It's peak
sports moment.
Yeah, there's college football. You had like NFL happening, NBA happening, like
World
Cup's beautiful, bro. So it's been for me, that's what makes this week good. I love my sports, so it's been good, and we had champions, man. Yeah. But how you been, man?
It's good. I've been good. So if we're gonna start where we picked up after the last episode. I don't know. Did I mention it on the pod the last episode?
I can't remember if it was pre-pod or.
But we definitely talked about it on the Friday because I basically was supposed. Well, I won the opportunity to go on like a chartered plane with the MLSC gang and go and show love and support our Argos as they were playing in the Grey Cup in Regina, and I don't know. It didn't sound sexy.
It didn't sound enticing to you at the time.
No, it was like, listen. No, Regina didn't sound sexy.
Regina did not sound sexy.
So it was like, first it's elephant in the room. It's the Argos, and like love the Argos, but like they're just not they're not. I don't watch. Well, I don't even watch NFL football, to be honest.
Nah.
So I don't watch NFL football. I've not really been following the Argos. So there's that.
Yeah.
And then you get to the fact that it was just one, so it was me to go on this plane, and I'm supposed to be there like Sunday at like 7 a.m. or something like that. Get back at like 3 a.m. It said to Pearson. I had to get myself there to Pearson. I would have to get myself home. And then I also was thinking about the amount of drinks I probably would have bought. And I'm like, I don't know. And then I was also by myself. I didn't know who else was going to be there that I would know. It was like going blind. It was just like whoever else got the same opportunity. I'm not sure who would be there.
I mean, to be fair, like I said, I would have.
And Regina.
I probably, it's Regina. Like they were showing, you know, when they do the outside shots and stuff.
So boring.
Bro, it was.
Yeah, you were there recently.
It's the flattest land I've ever seen in my life. And it was just cold. Just people were wearing like layers, bro. I don't even know if
I saw the jacket my boy was wearing when he was out there, and I was like, damn, I don't have that jacket.
Yo, people are wearing layers, bro. People are wearing layers.
If you are gonna do anything in Regina, it would be to go to that stadium.
They support their what are they, the Rough Riders?
Rough Riders.
Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Really cool name.
Really cool name. I always thought that they had something to do with DMX when I was growing up.
Who knows?
But they spelled it like rough, like how it's supposed to spell, not rough. And I was like, oh, that's different. But the whole stadium, most of it was still green, supporting the Rough Riders who were not playing, which just shows you how much they rock with their Rough Riders.
100%. They're like a crazy OG team in the league, and like funny enough, there used to be 2 teams called the Rough Riders, which was weird.
What, at the same time?
Only in the CFL.
There's like 8 teams, and there were 2 Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not changing.
Okay, I don't want to impose.
We could both do it, probably.
Well, let's just play this season and see
how it goes. Hey.
Best of luck to you. Why do we make fun of Canadians? We are Canadians.
Oh man, but yo, it was actually so cool to see them win, man. Because like the Argos have been through some rough times, man. Like as someone who's grown up watching them play, they always win, and then it's like no one cares.
Didn't we win kind of recently?
We won in 2017 and nobody cared, which is crazy.
That's what I was thinking of.
See what I mean?
Didn't we win kind of recently before that?
We did win again, like while we were in university.
14 maybe? Something like that.
What?
When there's 8 teams, you get one every 3 years. Sorry, I love you guys.
Probably just passing them out like rotation.
Oh man, now we got
participation.
Man,
guys, I'm wearing the championship shirt. You're wearing the champion shirt. Let's just celebrate it.
it's a nice shirt.
Yeah. Like I said, shout out to pinball, man. That's amazing.
Honestly. So if I'm going into my week, I didn't go and do that. I actually decided to stay in that night, and it was honestly the best decision ever because I went over with Coco and we went to the Stacked Marketplace, and they had they just changed over everything into the winter, whatever you want to call it,
Winterfest or something.
Yeah, and then we went into like a little yurt and little yurt, and then we you can call the episode "Little Yurt." Put that that might work.
Like that. We'll workshop that one. Yeah.
And we were in there just drinking whiskey. It's a little whiskey bar.
Hey.
So you open it, you don't know what to expect, and it's just a bar.
I like that.
So we sat there, had a couple drinks, watched a little bit of the Grey Cup, very little bit, and then we went home to watch the Walking Dead series finale.
I know it's big.
And it had the red carpet before. We was like, oh my God, that's them. Oh, I haven't seen him in years. Look how good he looks when he's not. Like, that's what it was.
Was Rick there?
No, Rick, he provided a video message.
Okay.
Oh,
Rick's
nice.
big time.
Rick's nice. Yeah,
Rick's
he big time.
Big time.
Yeah.
Michonne pulled up to the red carpet.
What?
Yeah.
Fresh off of Black Panther?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Looking like she was fresh off of Black
Literally.
Hey, I love it.
Honestly.
She can only have 10 minutes.
Yeah, she's like I only have 10 minutes.
No, she literally only had like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. They did the episode, and then they had like a panel after. It was just cool to see the characters interacting and like get emotional over something that I know that everybody didn't really think was gonna last as long as it did. 11 seasons. And then they if you guys are wondering, this is just the start because it's now the Walking Dead verse is just begun.
Did they like come out and just say that?
Some of the promos actually said shit like that. Like,
wow.
Walking Dead universe.
Yeah. So there's going to be a Rick and Michonne show. There's going to be a Daryl Dixon show. There's going to be a City of the Dead show where Negan and Maggie go all the way up to New York.
What?
And then there's obviously still Fear the Walking Dead.
Okay, I might have to get back in. I might have to tap back in.
There's a lot going on. So we did that. And like, honestly, we were glued to the TV, like standing up, looking right at the TV like this, little kids.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And then we had the holiday party on Tuesday for MLSC, which was dope. And again,
Christmas
to
party.
your point, with shout out Pinball.
Yeah.
Of course, Pinball pulled up with and one of the players, I can't remember his name, but he was the
Enoch.
Yeah,
he was
pulled
the
up.
MVP.
Yeah, and they paraded the trophy as like confetti flew from the sky.
Of course.
And they Pinball gave a pinball speech. And
How legendary was it?
It was legendary, but also like it was.
Was it like Captain? I feel like his speech was like Captain America's speeches.
Yeah, it was. Pretty much. So he did his thing, and then everybody took pictures with the trophy, and I'm like, let me go be phony for a second. And that's when I went and took my picture.
True.
Pinball looks like he could be like P. Diddy's cousin.
Yeah, he does.
He really does, though. He really does.
Coco, if you don't know who Pinball Clemens, here he is.
He's like the happy Diddy, like the happy version of Diddy.
He's happy Diddy.
Yeah.
The Diddy with no bodies.
No demon Diddy.
No demon Diddy. Look at Coco's face. No. Pinball is no demon Diddy.
Like a southern pastor.
Yeah, he does.
Like he has a towel in his
preaching,
right hand
though.
to wipe his
He does.
Yeah, he's a
That
legend.
hair is great.
Pinball Clemens, a legend.
I played in a All-Star game with him and the Argonauts. I played with the Argonauts when I was like 16.
Oh,
In the
man.
All-Star game.
Right here. What's his name? Daryl Strawberry?
Yeah, Daryl Strawberry.
Doesn't he look like him a little bit?
Okay. Hello. Nah.
Daryl Strawberry. Like that could be
The
his dad.
face. Yeah.
You know what's hilarious? I can see the face.
Yeah, like the smile.
What's funny is I only know
no,
Daryl
say
Strawberry
no
from The
person.
Simpsons. I only know him from The Simpsons.
Yeah, from the isotopes.
And when his head gets huge.
With the isotopes. I
There.
think that's what they're called.
Anyways, yeah. So the Christmas party was popping. I heard somebody say we're taking a black picture, and I went sprinting.
Hey, yo.
I didn't know half the people there, and that's how there's the blackest picture ever. Mad melanated faces in this Christmas pic, and I love to see it.
I feel like that happens like
Every
not
Christmas party?
everywhere, but like that's definitely happened to me at a few Christmas. Yeah.
Where it can happen.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
it can happen. There might just be two of you, but you can still make it happen.
Yeah, in those situations, the white people would probably suggest it.
Whoa.
Why don't you and Darnell take a picture together? It would be cute. Versus us be like, yo, we mobbed up. Let's take this pic real quick.
That's a look, we're inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus like, nah, we out here.
All the others. Go.
Or they'd be like Patrick, Shaq, one opposite end.
Yeah. Right. They're like, oh, you're not the same. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the day
That's
they
when they
realize that
realize
you guys
that
are
we're
the
different?
same people. Yeah.
Freaking.
Like, I didn't know that they were different. But it was a good party. They did
Have you
it.
ever done that about a white person? About two white people? You're like, oh my god, that was two different people on chat.
Maybe. I'm not really good with. I'm not good with meeting people in a party setting. Like that's
What
the
do you mean by
place.
that?
As in, like I have a drink in my hand and you're saying my name is.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
I
Gonna
have
remember
no
your name at
idea
all.
who you are
No.
for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no.
You have to do something exceptional that
Yeah,
night.
you're that guy that I met. No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. You're never
You
gonna
have
remember
to do
people.
something.
It's like a networking event, or you go to like I'm not gonna remember your name at all. That's
Yeah, like I got introduced to so many great people at the MLSC party, and it was dope, and no disrespect to any of them, but I couldn't.
You
tell
don't know
their
them
name.
by like the second or third.
There's an ice
time.
fishing guy, and I can't wait because he says that he does MLSC ice fishing trips. I'm like, that's really cool.
in Regina.
No, just like in Innisfil, like an hour and a half up, like not far.
Wait, what?
Innisfil, yeah. I was like, oh, that's close.
Okay.
I'm like, I am down. I've
Okay.
never fished in my life, but
I
let's
thought
go
you threw
right
like
to ice
Thunder
fishing.
Bay or something.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, party settings it's hard
Yeah.
to like remember people's names. Man.
Also, it is extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this is post-COVID Shaq speaking or just Shaq
is.
speaking in general, but like it's all the people that I email all the time in the
it is
same space.
overwhelming.
It is.
And it's like, I don't know who I'm supposed to hang out with. I don't know how long I'm supposed to talk to you for. And then I go to the next person, then I go to the next person.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like,
a lot.
the entire night, it's like little 2-minute bursts of conversation.
Yeah.
I find you just gotta pick a spot
Kachapakana. Hold it down and let them pass through. Yeah.
Hold it down. And then find that people are just going to...
They'll just come through. They'll circle through you, yeah.
Because then they'll see other people that maybe they want to see. It's not always about you. They might see someone that they want to see beside you, and now they're also over there as well.
But I was like, it was just because I felt like...
I got to do this next week.
Oh, you got to do this next week? Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
I just felt like people weren't moving, but like realistically, everybody was, because every time I came back, it was a different shuffle.
Yeah. But it's because you're in your bubble. Like you're thinking
this party had probably 900 people there.
What?
Whoa. I'm not joking.
What? Okay, that's different.
That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. I went to an office like recently for my work, and like I'm seeing people I haven't seen probably forever. I'm meeting all of them for the first time, and there was like 100 people, and to me I was like, that's a lot. Like I was tired. I was spent, because again, it's a lot of those same introductory conversations, or you know, those, I don't want to say small talk, but it is a lot of that multiple times, like back to back. That's a lot.
And what's funny is that I feel like people, especially in this setting, especially we don't know each other like that.
Yeah.
You like, for me, we ended up joking about like, all right, let's not talk about work shit.
That has to come up.
And it's like, I'm not going to ask you for anything that I need right now. But by the way.
But about that email.
I need something from you.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Low key avoid that?
Oh, yeah. You have to like pass through a sea of them. It was like, oh shit, they're going to ask me questions about it.
At the bar.
No. Yeah, quick walk.
But like, no, it was.
It's always by the bar though, eh? It's like,
at the bar.
Yeah. No, but everybody's good sports about it. Even if they ask,
You have
everybody.
to use the restroom consistently. That's my trick.
You got to go to the restroom. That's the way to actually like cycle the different groups of people that you're going to go and.
That's true.
Yeah. They this is a very interesting technique that they do at this Christmas party, and I'm not sure how other office Christmas parties are going. I'm not sure what Malik's is going to be like.
Yeah.
They give you 2 drink tickets.
Yep.
And you're like, huh.
Until they start piling it from other people.
Yep. And then I had my 2 drink tickets. Yeah. I lost one, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Am I gonna have to start paying? Because it's $10 a drink.
Yo, you know what I did?
What?
I don't know if this is bad or not, but like
it sounds like it's bad.
Say it.
Nobody's listening.
It's just us 3 here.
No, I used to love when that would happen, because I'd find like my Muslim brothers and sisters. And like, hey,
What'd you say?
I know you're not gonna use these.
No, the thing is, they go find you.
They'll
They'll find you.
They'll find me. They'll be like, yeah, I'm not gonna use these.
Yeah, you're like, wow, that's so thoughtful of you.
And then I gotta play it off like I didn't get it from someone else. So then I just keep stockpiling them.
They are. Sometimes I just like to throw them away.
No, word.
Like that.
No, but this Christmas party was different, because they were doing, if you didn't drink, like Dwayne, shout out Dwayne, who was here.
Yeah.
He wasn't drinking. He was just having like a Sprite. They took his ticket and ripped it in half and said it's half a ticket.
They couldn't just give the man.
They couldn't just give the man a Sprite. That's arms, yo. That's
half a Sprite.
Dog, that's
half
arms,
a ticket. But they gave you 2 to start.
Yeah.
And then they give the higher ups like some more, or I'm not sure how it worked, but they were just like at
they
some
start
point
flowing in at some point.
Yeah.
They were flowing in. I think like
How many drinks you end up with?
Yeah, exactly.
I had as many as I needed.
Oh,
of course.
Like it just got like that.
Of course. You know
I was here when he came home and I was up.
How was that?
I had a lot of drinks.
Yeah.
He FaceTimed me. His face was like. I was like, whoa.
And it was also lit because like it was like a 10-minute walk.
Where was this?
It was like at Richmond and Spadina, literally down the
What's the
street.
place called?
Ricardi's. It's Atrium. It's actually really nice because it's Ricardi's, I think, or I don't even know
Ricardi's?
something like that. It's a restaurant.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah, so there's a restaurant, but there's it's the atrium.
Okay.
So there's like, it's literally just a giant atrium that they turn into a venue. People get married here. I've actually been to a Christmas party here before.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice venue. But I like the walk. Like I had like a 10-minute walk home.
No, you didn't sober up.
Sober up? No, it was like a nice fresh walk. What do you mean? I called Coco.
Just said that
like,
to see you.
I'm like, I packed a blunt for the party. I only smoked half of it because nobody was keeping up. And then she's like, I had one half of the one that you rolled me. I'm like, perfect. We have a whole blunt.
Oh man, you know what I used to love? My old job, I used to actually like coordinate and set up these parties.
Nice.
So like I was the guy handing out the drink tickets.
I love that.
Ooh, man in power.
Oh, give me the power.
Oh, it was so good.
He can't do that. He's a megastar.
I love just setting people up. I'm like, ooh, I want to see you have a good time tonight. You know, the person was like,
wow, you were pulling strings.
Yeah,
you were like, you're getting fucked up.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay for your drinks.
Absolutely.
So they knew.
You always have a fucking stick up your ass.
Exactly.
That's
You need
amazing.
it.
That's
You
amazing.
have been trying to get with this person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all need
Extra drinks,
exactly.
you take
Here you
both
go.
of ours at the same time.
Oh,
You're
man.
an asshole. You're getting nothing.
Yeah.
Legendary. I love that feeling. It's such an amazing feeling.
I never was in power like that, but in my last Christmas party, I was working there at the media agency. I was there for like 6 months, maybe not even. I started in like August, and then Christmas party. I ended up I was hosting it with Evan.
What? I remember this.
We ended up hosting it, and like we did like a spin on in like Thunder Mifflin, the Dundies. We did the Tushies because the company was called Touche, and we gave out awards, and it was a vibe.
Nice. Hosting, I don't know. You liked hosting?
It wasn't the whole night.
Okay.
I did.
That's
it
good.
wasn't like
That's
a
good.
heavy responsibility. It was
yeah.
like we opened it up. We had a couple. I think we had like some jokes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Were there prizes and
like-
stuff?
You guys got on the mic?
Yeah, we had people get. Yeah, exactly. That's it.
And
And then you just
We had
DJ, do your thing,
prizes. I think we had something like visuals behind us would helped, and then we ended in
PowerPoint presentation.
something like that.
I mean, that's about the time.
And then guess what? Remember Evan, the other Evan who has the whiskey that came here, Stiff Upper Lip.
Yep.
So he came in because I was working with him at the time too. He was a director. He came in from Montreal late to that party, and all I remember is just like there's like a fuzzy picture somewhere of me and Evan arm in arm, and it's just like blurry as fuck, and he's just like got Christmas lights wrapped around him for some reason. I don't know why.
That's a Christmas office Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's a real office Christmas party.
Do you have a tie around your head?
I only hoped. I turtlenecked up like I do to all Christmas parties. Thank you very much.
Wow. You're a turtleneck guy, eh?
What else are you gonna do?
My Christmas
I
party
didn't want
is retro themed, which is
That could be fun.
but it's 90s, 80s, and 70s because it's retro to whatever's retro to you. Because I'm not necessarily going to dress like 70s, you know.
Right.
But then doesn't early 2000s still kind of count as retro too?
So it's just
That
open.
would be if you're like
It's
newborn.
retro.
Yeah, not newborn.
I
I was about to say newborn. Yeah.
I would, because you work with people that are probably born in year 2000.
Yeah, at this point,
I
yeah.
might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that the other day. I was like, oh shit, because people can be
like
born
you
in
should,
2000
yeah.
and be
21,
22,
22,
23.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. But anyways, I would do early 2000s. I would be like
Of course you would.
I got jerseys.
jerseys, and then like the jersey jeans if I had them.
With the patches, with the logos?
Maybe
the team logos?
two do-rags and a hat with like the mad panels, really big.
Bro, you're describing the outfit you wore to
You're
my
describing
2000s
Fabulous
party.
from that one video.
Yeah.
Fabulous in every video.
Every video in the early 2000s.
No, but remember what's the one video?
Holla
No,
back?
it is holla back. It's
He's
holla
in like the
Yeah.
Carolina shit.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
got
yeah.
the girl next to him. She's in the Carolina.
Yo, the music video where Fabulous is changing his jersey in the same scene, it's just his jersey just keeps changing.
Oh, yeah.
Inspired me to have a closet full of jerseys. It was that one music video that said you must own all of
the
them.
jerseys.
Vince Carter in that one too?
Probably.
Might have been.
Probably.
He was in a lot
Was
of
it I
Fabulous-
Can't Deny It or something?
You might have been.
That actually,
Vince Carter was in a couple Fabulous videos
Yeah.
back then, I believe.
Yeah.
With Jalen Rose.
jeez.
But yeah, I don't know. What were you thinking early 2000s for your outfit?
I don't know. I actually don't. I haven't given it much
'Cause you
thought,
could go,
so I'm
like-
open to suggestions.
No to the 70s. That's crazy.
70s would be
No,
nice.
70s? You could kill 70s.
I know. I didn't say no.
I'll lend you my jacket. It's a showstopper.
You got a show-stopping 70s jacket?
It's like the fur.
The fur.
That for sure will fit you.
Okay, well then we might have something.
Hey.
Yeah, word.
Snowfall, man.
Yeah.
Just channel Snowfall.
What about
shit.
what about you? Are you gonna have a Christmas party coming up, or you guys
Our holiday
gonna have a
party.
holiday Zoom jam?
Yeah. It's so sad. We actually did do that.
Everybody had a little Zoom jam or
Yeah,
two
yeah.
in their day.
Like not even like it takes something that's nothing because if you do nothing, it's like it starts here, but then when you actually like, if you're gonna have a holiday party, that's like something that's positive. I think having a holiday Zoom party is a negative.
Yeah.
It's
Well, at the time when we couldn't, the only like some people did it really good because these companies would give you like
they would send
money
stuff.
for your Uber or like for Uber
yeah.
Eats or like like some of them would send you like a drink kit.
Exactly.
And everybody's making cocktails on
Everyone's
Zoom
making
together.
something. Yeah,
And that's a vibe too.
That was
could be fun.
We did that. We did
if you
that.
have to, like, it's not like if they did that today, where it's like,
Yeah,
listen,
no, you're not.
people are getting sick again, so
I don't want that.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
No, we're doing ours in January. Just because there's a lot happening. It just didn't work out for December, so they pushed it to January, which I don't mind because January there's nothing happening.
I guess
it's
true.
Worst,
It's
like dead month.
That's true.
Giving
That's true.
You were working with a budget and an event coordinator that was behind.
Listen,
Patrick, what did you
added a
do?
little spin to that, so that's what I'm saying. You know.
What did you do?
So
what
yeah,
didn't
we'll
you
do
do?
it. No, we'll do it in January. I'm not gonna lie. This will probably be the second or third time I've done a work party in January. It's actually pretty lit, man. It's because everyone else, like I said, January is like, you know what January is like here. Like January, nothing is happening.
Does IKEA bruck out?
Bro, you have no idea.
Nice.
You have no idea. There's things that I can't say. I'll tell you afterwards.
There's an IKEA oath that they all take.
There's a pun about building things and parties.
Here we go. Of
There's
course.
something there.
There's something there. Yeah.
I'll come back
to it.
Yeah.
I can't wait though. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Where we want to go from there?
Ooh. I'm getting some music or relationship.
Is
talks.
there new music that came out?
Not new music, but there was some controversy I think that happened. We talked about the weekend. So what
If you say
also-
Kanye, I'm gonna press.
No.
record.
What also happened on the week? What also happened on the weekend was the it's award season, right? So American Music Awards and
AMAs.
Yeah, AMAs and Kelly Rowland, legend.
Mm-hmm.
I had the biggest crush on Kelly Rowland as like growing up, like amazing. Everyone was on Beyonce. I was like, no.
Same. I was
Kelly.
like,
I
it's
feel
really
that.
Kelly
Yeah,
though.
I feel that.
It's Kelly. But she got into, I guess, hot water because people were upset that she was defending Chris Brown, who I believe he won the award. I can't remember what award it was now. But defending him, saying like, yo, he deserves his flowers. Like, the guy's amazing artist. And people were not happy about that.
Yeah, and I think didn't she double down or something like that?
She
and,
doubled down
sent a
afterwards,
tweet out
like,
after
yeah.
and was just kind of saying
that
like,
he deserves grace. And
he deserves
second
it,
chance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like empathy.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't know, that got heated. That had people like up in arms. I don't know how you feel about that. With
Let's just bring it to, I think, like to what Malik said, empathy, and I think just broader and pulling it away from this exact situation because I think it's a conversation that I think people need to hear because we're really quick to slap a label on something and move on, and that's just what it is, and that's all it can ever be.
Which is ironic always because like that makes you a good person now. Like you're doing that to people. Like that's supposed to be a good thing.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So I think let's just continue to, I'm just going to say, like, I think everybody, absolutely everybody, and not just in this room, in the world, I think, has done something. I'm doing the podcast thing. Not unintentionally. Listen, everybody, not everybody just in this room, but everybody in the entire world.
Right,
No, but I think we've all done things in our past or something in our past that we wish that we didn't do, that we can say didn't represent your character or who you are as a person.
It wasn't like
right
a defining
now.
moment.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
character defining moment.
Right.
It was one of your extreme lowlights. The same way that you have like that amazing highlight
We
that
all got
doesn't say that
lowlights.
you're a superstar every day and you're crushing it and whatever was that highlight. It's the same way that extreme lowlight doesn't necessarily define who you are as a person. And I think when something comes out, especially when we're talking about public figures, and now we no longer even just talk about public figures. It's also it can just be like people in your day-to-day life that you deal with. It's just how I feel like we've learned to start to treat people maybe based on how we treat our public figures. But as soon as somebody does something, you throw that label on it and they can never redeem it, whether it's been 20 years since said issue happened and they've done nothing since. They've done a whole lot of other things to kind of counter it as far as like maybe good goes or, to use that as like a because some people actually use whatever happens as like okay, you know what, fine, I gotta right this wrong, and to right this wrong I'm gonna do XYZ in this area of injustice or whatever it can be.
Yeah, I think like you're never as good as your best moment. You're never as bad as your worst moment. You know what I mean? And like,
motherfuckers spitting.
You know, and it's like I just feel like that often gets forgotten because people don't see that. We get caught up in a moment and it's black or white, and it's not that way, right? And I don't know. I really just think it comes back to what you said, Malik, like empathy and just having that ability to just forgive people, but not even just forgive, but understand that, listen, like,
just not judge, maybe.
Yeah, because we've all done things. So how would you want someone else to look at your life and judge you? You know what I mean? Because there's things that we've all done, said, or whatever that aren't great. I'm sure, you know, we're all human and we make mistakes, but it doesn't mean that's what should define us at the end of the day.
Ironically, I think it goes back to what you said, where we're not as good as we're not like, it's balanced. So we're not as bad as our worst moments. We're not as good as our best moments, but we always build people up to be as good as their best moments, if not better. Like Chris Brown will drop great music and he's dancing. So he's not even great. Like he's amazing. He's on top of the world. Like we build him up so big so that even when you have your like worst moment, like whatever it is, it's that people try to sink you down just as far equally. Cause it's like, well, we're spending all this time building him up, so now we have to spend all this time tearing him down. Yeah. Because if he was nobody, he'd be like, oh, okay, well, that was wrong.
And then even if you take like that same situation to a hypothetical GOAT at what they do, like a LeBron James, God forbid he does something that puts like a little like flaw on his pretty much flawless record of being Mr. Good Guy, they would tear him down.
Oh, people are like, they're probably waiting.
You know what I mean?
Waiting for a moment for that to happen.
Everything that he has done that has been seen as like good or like...
They'll take him out of history in every way possible.
Yeah. He's opened up a school. Yeah. Like, but he did that thing that one time, that whatever it is.
Yeah. Man, it's so wild. I was talking about... I'm doing a podcast thing now.
You know what I mean? Now I'm just like in my podcast head.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. So earlier,
don't draw a triangle. If you draw a triangle on the table,
right,
you're doing the podcast.
That's hilarious. But I was talking to my wife about this earlier this week. We're like, Bill Cosby. I can't remember how it came up. Well, there's sitcoms that we're on, right? And we're like, man, I'm tired of seeing Martin and like all these shows on. Like, I want to see some of the other shows that I grew up on. I'm like, why isn't Cosby Show on? And we went into this whole debate of, you know,
should that show be like?
You can't find it on syndication anywhere. You have to go into probably Peacock or whatever these services are and pay for it if they have it on. And it's like every other show is on here. You know what I mean? It's like we're erase this guy from history. You got to be able to separate the art and the human. Because at the same moment, I went on Spotify, R. Kelly's music's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's all these other artists. You could find Harvey Weinstein films and all this stuff like everywhere. But where's the Cosby Show? I just want to watch Cosby Show. You know what I mean? It's like...
It seems like almost very intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like if you just pointed that all out, they're like, where's the Cosby Show?
It sounds like it's just the Cosby Show.
The Cosby incident happened on the heels of him trying to buy certain stations and those proceedings going through. And then the hammer came down. I'm not saying he didn't do it. Yeah. He's on camera in the 80s talking about it.
Yeah,
I saw you with my own eyes saying what you were doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, but what I am saying is that everybody's done shit.
Yeah.
They're all doing crazy shit. And the more access you have to things, the more dirty you can get. And the easier it is to hide. So everyone's done shit. And I just feel like it depends on if it's lucrative enough to step on your neck or to continue to let you make money so that they can make money, whoever they is in the situation. I also think that everyone's a sheep. And so it's easier to be a bandwagon person and being like, we hate him. No, we hate him forever. We hate him. We hate him. What?
Well, we do things we think we're supposed to. Yeah. We're supposed to hate him forever.
That you're listening to have done worse.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Factual,
get over it. Like, I don't know how long ago that was, but it was long enough ago. And he hasn't done anything of that nature since. And most men have hit a woman where I'm from. So I don't know if that makes them all demons or if everyone has...
It's a very scary world on top of the fact that it's already a scary world if that's the case.
On top of power and influence and drug and alcohol and all these other things.
Yeah.
But like everyone's so harsh on themselves that if someone else has one mark, I'm going to be as harsh on you. Well, like, you need to lighten up on yourself and you need to lighten up on everybody else because it's fucking rough out here and no one's perfect. Everyone's fucking up. I know I've done things that I'm like, I am so embarrassed about that. Yeah. Years later, I'm like, oh my God, and like today, I'll think about something I did 5 years ago and I'm like, I've got to be better today because of that. Yeah. One decision 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? Is he a legend or is he not?
Wow.
I think the real question is like, who's able to even actually pass that judgment?
Yeah.
Who's above who to actually sit back stand up over everybody else and be like, do you know what? We should cancel that person based on what they did. Yeah. We should cancel that person based on what they did. But like, I'm good though. Yeah. I've been checked.
Like who gets to make that call?
And then by who?
Yeah.
Life needs to be nourished. You keep stepping on people for the same old shit. Like, what do you want people to do?
And that also is not conducive of like people becoming better people.
That's
like
word.
Yeah.
Word. So if we're gonna tell Chris Brown that he's garbage for the rest of his life after that moment that happened, I'm assuming 10 years plus at this point.
Yeah.
What kind of person are we telling him he's gonna be or he's supposed to be?
What are we actually expecting from him at that point?
We're not even allowing him to do anything.
What are we expecting from him at that point if we're telling him to be a bad person?
Exactly.
I mean, if we're telling him he is a bad person, because then when he actually turns around and only does bad shit at that point, what are we, happy?
Yeah. And then, like, he's a father. Like, imagine his, like...
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Influence on youth, too.
Child has to grow up and see that and, like, her dad being demonized and, you know...
And you know that, I know you have friends that have daughters or even just children.
Yeah.
Life changes immediately and their perspective is different. Mm-hmm. And you're not telling me that there's, even if he never had any growth up until that point, that might not have been a moment of growth.
Yeah.
Like, he's, like... I don't know. I just...
we also need to talk about the difference between men being abused and women being abused, because there really isn't one, but the perception is different. Because he wasn't the only one physical in that, and he wasn't the physical aggressor in that, and that's been admitted by both parties.
Yeah.
This was the first year I saw that.
My point is like, why the fuck is she being uplifted and getting, shout out to Riri, that's my bitch, I love her. I'm just saying, why is she being uplifted and he's being stomped on still? Yeah. Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Can't they have both just been toxic for each other at that time when they were young, growing up in front of millions and billions of people with so much access to everything?
Yeah.
Can't they have just both evolved and done better as we've seen them do in front of everyone? Like, what are we doing? Isn't that a great thing?
That's what we should be celebrating. Like, look how far they've come.
Isn't that humanizing?
Yeah.
That's more realistic and feels good to see where people could grow from something. I prefer when people grow from something bad instead of like they're only good. Yeah. They've never done anything bad ever.
Yeah,
like
only good raises an eyebrow for me.
Yeah, I'm like, so then what did they do then if they're only good? Like I like to like.
Or what do they do?
Yeah, exactly.
What are they doing currently? Like go to
getting away with something.
Yeah, like
is my first thought.
Like when
getting away with something.
Some people go to jail, they go through their own thing. Life, affects them a certain way, and they turn around. They're like, you know what? I'm going to be a different person, and I think that's more like Coco said, it's more humanizing.
It's human, because that's the human experience.
That's
what we go through,
That's balance.
Yeah.
That's all things should be.
Oh, I knew it.
Lift up your hand.
gotta get the motion graphics.
Ridiculous.
Let's I want to talk about Kyrie for a second. I don't think it's not on. Wow. And it's not just Kyrie as a whole, just like as it pertains to this one clip that I just saw recently after he played the Raptors.
Okay.
Yep.
It is Thanksgiving today on Friday in the States. Is it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday. Today's Black Friday. Yesterday.
I like that you look at the American in the room. That's good.
Oh, God.
I'm married and I live here now. Relax.
So, yeah, he was asked about Thanksgiving, and we all know that Kyrie just went through. He was like, I almost felt like he was in American Gladiators going through a bunch of hoops to go and play basketball at the other end.
The things this man had to do is crazy. It's wild.
So here's this clip of this interview, and it kind of feels like they're trying to just catch this guy to say some shit.
I don't particularly celebrate that.
Special message. It's Thanksgiving Eve back home. Special message to our fans.
I don't particularly celebrate Thanksgiving, but anybody that's getting together with their family, blessings to all of you guys. Enjoy the holidays. It's not a holiday for me, but please enjoy the food for me.
He handled that
with grace.
With grace and excellence.
Yeah. Yeah.
What more do you want from this guy?
What do you want from him?
And everybody knows that he doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. And I think even if you didn't know that, I would extrapolate that that's not his holiday.
Right.
Or at least he might have an opinion on it.
Right.
Or I might just know he has an opinion on it.
100%.
So I wanna.
Journalist, she knew what she was doing.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Kyrie Irving. I'm not gonna ask Kevin Durant about it. I'm not gonna ask Ben Simmons about it.
Just assuming that she's really great at her job.
Yeah,
she knew exactly what she was doing.
Of course. Producer's like, you gotta go ask Kyrie about
She's either really good or really shitty. And there's no in between.
What are the others?
So
and even his smile walking away is like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
You tried. You thought.
With grace.
Yeah, I don't know who he would have to. I don't know. I just don't get the. Again, this kind of goes a little bit into what we were just talking about, but like they're not allowing Kyrie ever to just kind of. Just just be his own person, have his own thoughts, views, and opinions. You can disagree. He can make mistakes, and he can be taught. There's not even that opportunity for that dialogue. It's just no, Kyrie bad. Play basketball.
Yeah. It's ridiculous vilifying him.
It's a very funny suspension in retrospect. As time goes on, it's going to be very interesting to look back at this whole time, this whole period.
It actually made no sense to me. It made no sense.
And then they all agreed. They're like, you know what? He actually is an anti-Semitic. By the end of it, that's what David Stern,
Adam
Silver said.
Yeah.
And his own team owner.
Yeah.
But
everybody knows that.
You said too much.
Yeah. But then it's like,
you said too much.
5 games, but then he's out 8, and it was weird. Weird.
Yeah, I just if somebody's wrong though, we don't give people the opportunity to be wrong and then learn. Do you think Kyrie I think what we all understand about Kyrie is that he's searching for truth, and everything that he stands for is whatever's right.
Asking the questions.
Wrong,
we might not, but I think we should respect that.
And I think
that's the problem.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like
asking too many fucking questions.
He's like brave enough to do it in public, in the public eye. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he's different. Like, for example, I'll use my own self. Like, I'll go out and I'll read different articles on whatever it could be, like spirituality, and just trying to understand how my ancestors were spiritual back in Africa. They know the different tribes and everything like that. And does that mean I'm wrong if I read something, I'm like, I repost that because I find that enlightening or that's interesting to me? Okay, then I guess I'm wrong. But I don't know. It's just weird because I feel like we're all searching for some type of truth or something to validate our purpose in life and why we're here and why we do the things that we do. In any capacity, I feel like that's just a natural part of the human experience, is to seek out answers, seek out information. Like, we have the whole internet. There's never been a period in time.
Actually using Google, and we're
that's what I mean. There's never been a period in time where we've had this much access to information. But when you seek it out and you share it, you're vilified for what you share. And
you can't be a public figure and share shit. If you do, that's an endorsement, and if you endorse it, you stand by it and you believe it through and through, and that's you're synonymous with whatever that brand is all of a sudden, because you are a brand yourself.
Right.
It's slavery.
You know how when you share,
I can't be a human.
No.
You know how when you
you own me, you own my brand because of your brand. That's crazy.
You know how when you share an ad, you have to put hashtag ad.
Yeah. I grew up in that.
Hashtag not ad.
You can.
What if he shared it and
no? So the whole thing is with the hashtag ad is like he wouldn't have to do it for that, but that's like if he's being paid it's disclosure for influencer marketing and all that.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. If you put not ad, then you know you're not being paid.
Yeah, you should also disclose maybe, and to your point, you're right. Maybe you need to disclose as a public figure. Unfortunately, like, I'm not endorsing it. I'm just sharing it because I thought it was interesting.
I'm trying to figure this out.
But then they say, what's the difference between? Because they tried to spin that on him. It's like, well, if you post that, then you're promoting it. You're endorsing it.
There's thing I don't know.
He didn't promote it. He just reposted it.
You know what's interesting?
But the media. Sorry.
If I was a public figure like a Kyrie here, and I'm liking something on Twitter because I like a lot of things on Twitter.
You're endorsing it.
And my likes actually don't mean I like them. It means I'm saving it to look at it later.
Exactly.
And there's probably another I think there is another function.
You can bookmark.
But I just like it because that's how I've learned to use the like button or whatever.
The Twitter.
So the Twitter. So if I'm like a Kyrie, and there's like some racist dude that's like going crazy and he's saying all kind of crazy shit, and I want to like save it because usually I'll save them, and when I'm chilling with Coco, I'll just go through them and be like, yo, look at this crazy shit.
Yeah.
And if I like liked some wild shit,
Yeah.
somebody else might look at that and say, yo, Shaq likes racism.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Likes racism.
He endorses it.
Yeah, Shaq endorses racism. Like they're just imagining me with a thumb up, and you're like,
Racism good.
I'm Shaquille Cox. I endorse this message.
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of simple-minded to think that way, but it's just how we think of whatever celebrities do and put on their social.
When you take a step back, it's really funny to think that's how people are judging everything. Yes, no. Everything.
Word.
White, black,
Everything.
yes, no.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
It's so funny. Like you talk about the whole Twitter thing. That's how many times can we think of so-and-so's liked this message or is unfollowed this or is now following this person? It's like, oh, breaking news. This is a big deal. Like they could literally just be.
I'm so happy that Instagram stopped doing the whole like that whole side of Instagram that's like Patrick liked 8 of these sexy ladies pictures, or
before time.
Yeah,
so
or you didn't see this page? It was like a following page. What used to be the explore page was actually just showing you what your friends were liking.
Vaguely.
So like you'd find out who was like on the DL, who was just like
it's the same thing, but they mask it differently now because your explore page is based on your searches. But
for you, so like if I went on your explore page, I'll know what you're into.
Yeah.
But this page was showing you Malik is liked 5 of these photos. Patrick has followed this.
I do remember that.
Like it was explicit. Like,
a lot of information.
I'm like, I don't need to know this about my friends. I just don't get the point of that.
Yup.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do that.
You can still get caught up.
Because you can just go to someone's page and go to like the photos that they like.
Yeah. Oh wait, you can still do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's not as easily accessible. You can still do that. But like, I don't know. It's just never been my vibe. Like I just don't have time.
That's a lot of time and energy to be.
That's a lot of energy searching, trying to catch somebody, see what people are doing, and like I just.
You like her phone?
Oh yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
When Instagram, like I was just really trying to grow the Instagram thing and like do all the stuff influencers doing, engage, whatever. And like I was part of what do we call those groups again?
Oh yeah.
Engagement pods and stuff like that.
Groups,
yeah. So I was doing all of that plus just like anything I would see. I wouldn't stop scrolling without liking it. So I was liking everything.
Oh wow.
Everything.
You're a serial liker. That's weird.
I thought it was gonna work.
That's weird.
I thought it was gonna work.
Sometimes it did.
Sometimes it did though.
Are you still a serial liker?
No, not at all. I like what I like. I try to.
What I like.
I try to. Sometimes I like stuff and I'll just.
Sometimes I unlike stuff.
So I will unlike stuff.
Oh no, that's my bad.
Actually, I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Like it'll hit you a second later and you'll be like, wait a minute. Yeah, that was it.
Sometimes I won't like something until later. I'll be like, I've seen this too early.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. I can't be the first one for this.
I'll be back in an hour. I can't let people know on Instagram
That's
yet.
so dumb.
I just woke up.
It's like 33 seconds ago at 6:30 in the morning. Malik's like, love it.
Like your comment, share too.
Yeah, share it on this page here.
Yeah. No,
those people.
But I remember getting into it with one of my exes just because she would see that I saw something that I liked, and I couldn't even tell you. I looked at it. I'm like, I don't even know what that picture is.
It's a trap once you have to start explaining why you liked what you liked. It's like, well, I saw that. It's like,
What?
Well, I saw it. I liked it.
I liked it. It says right there.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to explain what I liked about this video?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what you're doing to yourself. You don't know why you're seeking the
Right.
Do you want to not talk to me for a week?
Right.
Because if you just don't want to talk to me for a week, you can just say it.
Yeah.
Just like the picture, man. That's it.
Put a page.
I just kind of went back a little bit to a moment in time. We were joking about ASMR.
Yeah.
I want to play just a clip. I didn't show you guys any of this clip, but it's just so funny because I think it'll take you back to being 17, 16.
Okay.
16 to 18.
Okay, that's very specific.
Right. You're in the back seat of a car. And you're doing shit with your friends that you shouldn't be doing. There's definitely smoke everywhere. This is what it sounds like.
In the back of the seat. Bass kills me.
Yo,
It's a fact.
that is
I've been in plenty of cars that sounded like that. I've always wanted my car to sound like it. Never did, but I've always wanted my car
I got
to
the
sound
Civic, so it could sound like that. It didn't have.
You just put you put the bass up so it distorts
doesn't-
everything.
Yeah.
I have mad friends with the Civic, man. Shout out to Chantel Lanier, you know what I mean? She was driving us everywhere, and it had exactly that sound, and it used to make your whole bum like vibrate, and it didn't feel great. It felt weird. Didn't like that, but it was a vibe.
You walk out, you start you're itchy because of the
Because of the vibration.
And now you look like a dirty bitch, and it's like, oh, it's pretty good, the vibration.
Damn, itchy bum.
Yo, what it was our cousin Kwame he came
He had a
to
Toyota.
live with us when he was in grade 12.
Okay.
12, grade 12, and he drove his whip from Texas, from Houston. He's from Houston.
Yeah.
To our crib. What the fuck was that car? It was like a
Tercel?
Was it a Camaro?
No, it was a
No.
Toyota.
Was it
Toyota.
Tercel?
No, it was like a cooler one. It was kind of
Was
newer.
it a Camry?
no.
No, I know what you're talking. It's like a
Corolla.
sports car.
No. But we'll get to the bottom of that. But he
Celica?
had- No. It wasn't a Celica.
Celica.
No, but he had a subwoofer with the speakers in the back. I mean, with the amplifier in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, just all bass.
Yo, it's this car. What the fuck is this car? Solara.
Solara.
Yeah, Solara.
My mom has
It was
a
like
Solara.
it was like the dumbest car to put speakers in the trunk.
It was so sick.
Subwoofers and everything.
Okay, but what
And
era
that
was
car?
Because that seems like it would be a vibe, though.
This car, so we were whipping this when like Houston was actually on top. So
Yeah.
we was like swanging and shit.
Bumping, chopped, and
Bumping, chopped, and screwed music.
Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe.
My mom had a green drop top Solara.
Ooh.
Me and my homegirls were taking it to
Forest
the
Green?
city and acting up. It was crazy.
That is
You
crazy.
you had a drop top in California. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it
What are you
does.
talking about?
That sounds like every video game like that used to play
We
back
looked
in the
like a
day.
music
Yeah.
video everywhere we went. They thought we were famous.
Damn. Nah, I tried
In a
that.
Solara.
So
Solara.
Yo, I tried that with my first whip. The Mazda Protege. What?
Mazda Protege. I used to
99
kind of like
Protege?
that car.
Yeah, no, it
The
didn't work out.
Protege. Is that a van?
No.
Oh, the Protege.
Protege.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It did not work out that well because I cheaped out on the speakers.
Oh,
Yeah, those speakers blew.
you know why I like this car? Because it reminds me of Gran Turismo
Gran
2.
Turismo, yep.
And I couldn't afford any car.
And that's the car you start with,
Protege,
yep.
and I definitely yellowed it out like that.
Yeah, mine was
My
older than
broke
that,
ass
but
in
it
Gran
was all good.
Turismo.
It's giving like two-tone. Like I've seen it on the street with like
With
a
black door?
sandblasted
Yeah.
replaced side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a different tone.
Yeah.
A garbage bag for a window.
Yeah.
Listen. There might have been some.
over the light.
There might have been some duct tape because there's like a hole in the roof.
No.
Oh,
A hole in the roof.
Yeah. It was. I don't know how it got there, man. I
People
bought.
used to keep cars forever.
Yeah.
Like too long.
Yeah. This is my first. I don't care. I was a man. I rolled to high school like one
I don't
of the
care.
first guys.
You said
that had
I
a
was
car.
a man or the man?
I was the man.
Oh, okay. I was like, I was a man. I had to keep the
I had a
car.
No,
It's like,
no.
what do you mean?
No. Grade 12? What, bro? Grade 12. I'm rolling up like March break. I get this car. I show up.
You weren't really the man if you pulled up in our Richmond Hill parking lot like this.
No.
These
but
people
I'm in
had some
Scarborough.
crazy
I'm in
shit,
Scarborough,
bro.
so it's different.
Bro, there was like I remember when
Range
Freaky Girl
Rovers.
came out.
Oh man.
Then get some brain and a front seat on a Hummer. My boy Posky had a Hummer. He drove a H2 to school.
What?
Yeah.
And it was yellow. Yeah, I swear it was like a yellow H2 or something. Or
It was lit, whatever
Yeah.
color it was. And then somebody else had an Escalade. There was there was whips in the parking lot versus the teacher parking lot, which looked like this.
They might have the Protege.
They had the Protege in the teacher's parking lot
I
though.
wonder why they were so upset.
Yeah, that's why they're cheap.
That's not funny. That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's so
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, I remember one of the teachers actually lived in the neighborhood with their parents. Actually,
No, it's funny when the teachers are rude. We could laugh. It's funny. Like if they're rude, be like, oh, you know, whatever.
I used to think as a
I'm
kid.
not anybody that's an asshole.
As a kid, I just recall all of my teachers. A lot of the teachers that were like, most of the teachers, they had like lots of veins, and I thought like they were like very stressed out, and it was like a teacher thing to have. Like,
they
to be
were
very
old.
veiny.
Oh, they just veiny.
Varicose
Veins, all of it. Like the hands were veiny,
Yeah.
the head was veiny. Like they're just fucking cheesed.
What
I
observation?
thought it was normal. I thought that was a teacher trait when I was a kid. I'm just opening up to you
I
guys.
had a gym teacher like that.
I'm just opening up.
No, I had a gym teacher like that, but he was angry all the time. So this makes, now that I think about it, he was always angry. So I felt like those veins came from being angry, like
Most
in the
teachers are-
forehead.
Oh.
Was it like a '90s thing?
Veins.
Oh, can I tell a '90s
teachers were
teacher
angry.
anger
Because
story?
they had less plastic surgery and less Botox and less everything else, so people were just aging naturally.
And angry.
I have a
When you
'90s.
age naturally, and you're angry. That's how it happens. It accelerates. So now you're mad.
So I have a '90s angry teacher story.
What's up?
I already know this.
You already know the story because you've heard it a ton of times, and I'm pretty sure I went home telling you because it was your teacher too. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was sick that
First,
day.
yeah, for some reason we were having like lunch.
It was a rainy.
Oh, rainy day. So we were having
And
lunch.
You guys, because I was in grade 1, and when there was a rainy day, you guys would have
Right
you guys
outside
would
your
have
classroom.
lunch recess right outside my classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my class was just eating lunch outside of the classroom.
So cute. I'm not even kidding. I love it.
And so we're eating lunch outside of the classroom.
Yeah.
And Mr. Crispo walks by.
Jacked.
And Mr. Crispo's like this jacked like Italian
Short.
bro.
Yeah, lived around the corner.
Yeah. Arletta. Like Arletta is like the Italian part of Jane Finch, but it's Arletta.
Okay.
Different.
Okay.
Anyways, he's walking through, and my homie Justin at the time decides to yell at. And Justin was literally like the Will Smith of, of this show at this point. Like he's the class clown, coolest shoes, good at ball. That's him.
Okay.
He walks by, and Justin's like, "Hey, what's up, Mr. Crispy?" Does Mr. Crispo like not stop in his tracks?
Oh shoot.
Justin shoots down, and he's just like, "Who said that? Who said that?" Quiet.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Whoever said that is a pussy."
Whoa.
And I'm like, "Yo,
Yo.
shit."
Yo.
We're grade 7, I think, or some shit.
No,
Whoa. If he's in grade 1.
We're 12. You guys heard, I guess.
grade 6.
But
Yeah,
he was
5.
walking outside of his classroom. So us grade 7s would have heard that. And he was calling whoever said that a pussy. And he said it multiple times. And I just remember being like,
Whoa.
this is crazy.
Did anyone
Does he
snitch?
mean vagina? Like in my head, I'm like, did you mean like really pussy?
Did anyone snitch?
And no, because we were like, first off, we were shook. Then he left. We all died of laughter.
Yeah.
And then it became this legendary story of Mr. Crispo snapping because Justin called him Mr. Crispy. And maybe that was a thing. That might have been a
Maybe,
thing from
that
like
could have been a trigger,
childhood.
yeah.
He
Trigger.
triggered him.
Yeah.
He triggered him.
Yeah.
Crispy.
But also a little knucklehead, like 11, 12-year-old, I might call him
Yeah.
a pussy too. Hey man, you're a pussy. How's it feel?
I might
You know,
share
like
this clip
names
in
or what?
hopes that somebody that I was in elementary school with that follows
come
me
back, yeah.
is like, oh my god, I remember.
I
that
remember
too.
this story. Oh my god. Mr. Crispy.
Hopefully he sees
What
it.
if he sees it? Yeah.
You want to know what happened?
He calls you. He's like,
No,
You wanna know
no,
what
he'll
happened to
respect me
my
because I'm saying
teacher?
it to his face, Mr. Crispo.
My teacher, when we were 12, got poisoned with Windex that was in the classroom.
Yo.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. How did, what?
There was Windex on the desk.
Yeah.
His coffee mug was there with his coffee.
Oh, yeah.
And the class clown thought that it would be funny if he like opened the Windex and like poured it. You know, because he used a Windex for like the whiteboard
Yeah,
to
no,
like
I
wipe
get
it
you.
down
Yeah.
so he could like put his lessons plans. But he was kind of an asshole. Whatever. Yeah, he was an asshole for sure. And he was kind of racist. And we had a lot of black kids in the class and a lot of Spanish kids in the class. And so I think that fueled it. But I don't think
How did the
anyone
poisoning go?
understood
What happened?
that it was gonna be like when like you should not make someone
Windex.
drink Windex,
Yeah.
and I don't think because you're like
So did
11,
he
12,
start
and you're
getting
like,
nauseous and immediately throw up, or like what's the deal?
no, he tasted it and he was like, what the fuck?
Oh, he just lost it. He didn't even get sick.
Yeah, he didn't really get sick. He just like tasted it and lost
He's
it.
been poisoned before. He was like,
And,
Windex! Windex.
No, he
that would happen
tasted
if you're
something
racist.
was in his drink, and the only thing there was the Windex.
Yeah.
So he's like, who the fuck, like what? And he also had left to like reel in a TV. So he was gone for like a second. So he knew when he was gone, somebody. He just put it together. He put 2 and 2 together. It was very simple.
Yeah.
Anyway, that boy only got suspended. He didn't get expelled.
Nah,
the guy
that
that
wouldn't
did
expel you. Yeah, it would take a lot.
Yeah, it takes a lot to get expelled.
He poured Windex in his coffee. Demon.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
There's some demon children.
I was like, he could die. He was like, you're a nerd.
We've had some demon children end up in the newspaper for their types of graduation antics.
Yeah, we've had that. So I don't know why, but people like to mess with teachers' drinks. I remember someone spit into our science teacher's drink.
Damn.
And
So messed up.
Really
that was
fucked
gross.
up.
I remember
Brandon, man. I hope you're good.
I hope you're good, man. I hope you're good. Someone stole the teacher's car.
Check your coffee, Brandon.
Stole the teacher's car.
So they stole a teacher's car from the middle school I went to. So I was in high school. I was in high school at the time.
I feel like I heard this story from someone else's perspective.
Oh, no, Scarbarian?
Yeah.
So I was in high school at the time, but I obviously still knew some of the kids that were in the middle school. And I remember hearing the story that they took the teacher's car on a joyride and like went to Scarborough Town Center and like did some shopping. And like, because the teacher left, I guess he left his keys like on the desk or whatever, and like they took it and they were gone. So they got expelled because there was like
that's pretty far.
I don't know if it's grand theft, but I guess grand theft auto. So
We're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like poison's up there though.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I'm not sure why it was a suspicion.
But like, there's some demon children out there, man.
Yeah.
Badass kids. But you know what? Honestly, we had some sweet ass teachers that never got messed with. They were only loved on, and so like, to be fair, you're here to raise and inspire and educate, and so like, you know, I feel like the teachers that I have seen get it are not doing those things, and they're doing quite the opposite, to be fair. And so I'm not saying you should poison your teacher. That's terrible.
No.
And you definitely shouldn't steal their car either. I'm just saying that, like, what part do you play?
Children are just radical. Don't mess with that.
What part are you playing?
Yo, facts.
I don't trust children. I don't know.
That's who they are.
Yeah.
Anything could actually happen.
They're all figuring it out.
I don't know what's going on. I'm figuring it out all the time.
You know what? I might be taking advantage of this moment, and it's not for you to do anything about.
Ooh, I might be a genius, a diabolical genius.
Exactly.
Some kids know that they're kids, and they're like, "This is just this. None of this counts."
I'll never forget one time I saw Leah having like, it was something ridiculous, like either like cake for breakfast or like making food at like 4 a.m. or something. And she was just like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm like, at the time, she's like, yeah, I'm 14, so, you know, I can only do this now.
She has said that at 15 and 16 because I witnessed it.
She's just every year of life.
She's just completely aware of where she's at.
Until 18, she can get away with this? Like, I thought about, what's his name? Jesse from Breaking Bad right now. She can't keep getting away with it! Word.
Yo, but you guys cracked the mold. Like, she's the baby. Like, she's gonna get away with so much. You know what I mean?
She's the baby and the only girl.
Yeah.
She really can.
She wants.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me.
Don't let her listen to this podcast.
So it should affect you.
No, I mean, like if she does things that I wasn't able to do, it doesn't affect me. Like, it's not gonna slight on my childhood. I feel like people, like even I've definitely done that in the past before. So yeah, like go ahead.
I have a direct topic from this one. Kevin Gates actually found out that his 19-year-old daughter admitted to eating groceries. And he says that he vows not to rap about sex anymore.
Wow. Damn. I
mean, he said,
how old is she?
He said while 19. So while on set for his "Love Myself" music video, Kevin Gates claimed that he wanted to stop rapping about sexual shit after his daughter talked about eating ass and shit.
I mean,
so I don't think she said eating ass and shit. I think that's like verbatim what he said. Eating ass and shit.
Are we gonna talk about that visual or no?
What is Pocahontas hair?
What is happening?
Why is he Yankee Doodle
Yankee
with
Doodle?
one fucking feather in his cap? What's going on?
I don't know why the feather became like his staple. The bun is also very interesting of a choice.
And I also gives me a headache.
I also don't get the clean shavenness for me. Yeah, it's just a personal preference. I just don't understand the.
It's a weird look.
You can beard up and you're just gonna do this.
It's a weird look.
I don't understand why you grew this out and
they took this off. I don't get why people
for a man who used to have a beard.
Yeah. Don't do it.
So do you think he's done rapping about sex? And do you think this is this like a wake up call? You think some musicians, artists, and people of the likes might get when they start having these conversations with their children who are becoming adults?
Well, I was just gonna say, like, at some point your child is going to be sexually active. Like, I don't understand what's happening here, man.
You fucked a 19-year-old.
Yeah, like,
You
damn.
fucked a 19-year-old. You don't think your 19-year-old's fucking?
That's what it comes down to.
I guess and he's also like ridiculously open, so I don't understand why he doesn't think that she's gonna be kind of cut from that cloth.
Exactly, she's learned from you.
I don't know if he asked and she was prompted, or if she was just like
walking around talking to herself.
Eat the booty like a goat. Why do I think she sounds just like you?
I feel like that's what happened to him on set when they heard him say this. I feel like he just walked around talking to anybody who'd listen.
Yeah.
And he just said it. Like, man.
She might have been like, she might have been like, me too. And he was like, what?
You did what? It's like, come on, man. Like, it's gonna. I don't know. I feel nothing about this. I'm like, this is just part of life. Like, this is gonna happen. Like, I don't know.
I don't like Kevin Gates' music. Is that weird?
No.
I actually can't name a Kevin Gates song, which is like I know it, but I don't know.
2 phones, one for the plug and one for the hole.
I always thought that song was a joke.
It sounds hilarious.
I think it's corny.
Yeah. And there was another one. I don't get tired.
Nope.
I don't get tired was like his catchphrase for a long time. That's what he would say.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't get tired.
Yeah. I like the catchphrase.
Famous off the catchphrase, and then he put it in the song, and it became corny.
Yeah.
And then it died.
And then after that, all I've heard, like, I don't even know any names of the songs. It's just like
he's just always around
doing
for like this stuff,
memeable shit, like talking about kissing his dog or some shit like that. I don't know. He's talking.
Some rappers have done a really good job at being relevant in other ways. That you so much so that you might end up listening to their music. And like if you put them in front of millions or billions of people, a good majority of people will listen, and now all of a sudden he's a rapper.
I love that. You can do anything else, but in the moment like you rap, they're like, rapper so and so.
Yeah,
like,
and now he's a rapper.
Yeah.
Didn't respect him before.
No.
That's why I fuck with any rapper that's just like when they like even Oshan, for example, when he was here, and I'm like, I'm assuming I'm assuming you don't want to be called a rapper.
Right.
I think it's like a derogatory term almost to call somebody a rapper, depending on who you are, of course.
Huh. Yo, that could be a thing.
They minimize.
No, you're right.
Who they are.
You're right.
I think rapper is derogatory if you're an MC or an artist. I don't think it's derogatory for who it applies to.
What's the difference between an artist and a rapper?
Levels.
I think there's levels. I think if you're like on the ground floor and you're just getting into the game, being a rapper is you're a rapper. You're a rapper, right? But if you go to like, let's say,
that sounds derogatory the way you're saying it now.
I disagree with that. I think I don't.
No, but I'm saying like if we're saying like somebody who's multidimensional and is known for a lot of things, but now all of a sudden when they do something wrong, they become rapper so and so has done this.
Right.
To me, you've minimized them from the mogul, from the person who might be in real estate, who might dabble in acting, who might dabble in this, to just being rapper.
Yeah, I follow you.
And that's where I'm like, that's where it can be derogatory. Versus if you're just like on the ground floor, and I'm not saying that I'm not trying to belittle anybody, but like if we don't know who you are, or you're just trying to get your name out there, you are a rapper. Maybe you want to be called an MC or whatever. And at that point, I feel like it's semantics to just what that lane is. But I'm just saying when you've done and accomplished plenty of things outside of that one craft, to me, it can be derogatory to minimize it to just rapper.
I like that. Yeah, people like to use, because they wouldn't have said it if they wouldn't necessarily speak about that person in a positive light, but then it's very easy to flip it around in a negative and call them a rapper out of convenience. Well, who is it? Oh, they're a rapper. It's like, perfect.
Like say something horrible happens with Jay-Z that has something to do with like the streets or whatever. Rapper Jay-Z. That's what it would be. Easily. Very easily.
But when it's positive, it's like businessman, entrepreneur.
Mogul, entrepreneur. Yeah.
Or even billionaire.
Billionaire. Actually.
Ooh.
Billionaire, entrepreneur, mogul, Jay-Z is what they would say.
It's so crazy that we...
NBA owner.
Yeah.
Is what they would say.
Not even that we. It's crazy because it's not we. It's white media, mainstream media, that they have to always put your stature before they introduce you. You know what I mean? Like, what are you worth? That's how we talk. That's how positive.
That's your descriptor.
Talking about
It's programming to let you know that is the value. That's where the value is.
Yeah.
It's like, what is your title?
They're letting you do the judgment.
Yeah, it's like, what?
It's like rapper. What do you think?
I hate that.
And they also do it with a tone, I feel. Rapper.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Like, I almost really, like, I wouldn't want to be called podcaster. Shaquille Cox has been whatever the fuck. Like, don't call me podcaster.
What would your title be instead?
Content creator?
Nope.
No?
I don't like content creator because I feel like it groups in too many people.
I don't want to be next to a TikToker.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
and I mean, and that's even funny to call somebody a TikToker.
Look at us labeling people.
Some people start off as TikTokers.
That's so
Yeah.
funny. But there's no like
Yeah.
Instagrammer, is there? There's not really
They're
a title.
TikTokers.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking it's funny how like
People used to call people Instagrammers.
Did they?
Yeah, back
They were
back
Instagrammers before they were TikTok.
Yeah.
No.
when it was the thing, Instagrammers were
So
like
that was a term, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
YouTuber, Instagram, all
Yeah,
of them.
no,
were
you're
a
right.
thing.
Yeah. Facebooker?
Ew, disgusting.
Disgusting.
I just pictured a grandpa for some reason.
I saw my grandmother right away in my head. I was like, no.
Facebook has the strangest content on earth.
Facebook
They'll
is so
post
weird.
an 11-minute video of like somebody. It won't even have like an actual end goal, and it'll just be like somebody doing random shit for 11 minutes. Like,
But then you sit there and watch
a
it.
string around a microphone, and then they'll like dump it in Vaseline, and they'll do all these random things for 11 minutes. At the end of it, we'll take the string off, and you're like,
You sit there and watch. I know it happens to me all the time. I get caught watching this. I'm like, what the hell? I just wasted like 11 minutes of my
Whenever
life.
you're bored, just go on Facebook and just
you'll
scroll
see
for
it.
a little bit.
It sounds like when you want to go to sleep, you go on Facebook.
Yeah, word.
Or they have,
we'll
like-
just put Facebook videos up on the TV and go to
All
bed.
these like DIY pages or like
Yeah.
so-called videos, and
Or
it's
like excerpts from random like British movies that you didn't know about but are like really interesting.
wait, who do you?
I get a lot of
follow
like
on there?
what's that British late night talk show? There's a one particular one that I don't know who it is because I don't know the person's name, but it's like all the actors, a lot of MCU actors and shit. I always watch their interviews, and it's always just that's what I always get on Facebook.
On Facebook?
On Facebook,
Yeah, I don't know. I just keep getting DIY stuff, man. Like 5-minute hacks.
like he works at IKEA. Boom, boom.
Some
Or
DIY
cooking
things
recipes,
aren't even like don't even actually make sense.
No.
Yeah,
I saw one. It was a 10-minute video telling you how to, and it was sped up, so it took way longer.
Yeah.
And it was somebody explaining how to clean the grease, like the grease off of your off a
grill,
off a tray.
A tray. Yeah.
And they use like toothpaste and Coca-Cola and all these things, and they like put a paper towel down and put more, and then use this for like 11 minutes, and then by the end of it came off. I'm like, what?
What the?
Oh, no! Sorry. By the end of it, they put it in the dishwasher.
What's funny is that Twitter has those same videos, except for it's people doing nonsense. Like they'll just make you think that they're doing something or creating something, and they're just like doing nothing. It's like this is how you.
Such a funny lane.
I don't know. It's just like they'll put like things that don't belong on a chopping board and start cutting it, and then throw it into a pot and start boiling it. And you're like, why are you boiling that carton of milk? And then they start throwing ice in it, and then they take it off and they put like.
But then we sit there and watch it.
It's really funny, but like
I always cut after
it
halfway
makes me
through. I can't
think,
do it.
Like
It's
you
weird.
spent time doing this. Like
They edited
it might
it.
be funny the first time that you did it
yeah.
because you were just like having a good time, but by like the 5th time, like this is who you are.
I make nonsense videos on YouTube.
It's kind
Yay.
of weird. Like
And when I do something bad, that's what they'll say about me.
He make nonsense videos. I have let's go relationships.
Hey, let's get it.
This is a good one. This is a very good one. I don't know where to stand yet. I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe I need to read the whole story first.
a long
But
story.
there's this guy who pretended to not know his girlfriend
Is that Neo?
after.
Yeah, I don't know why they used to look like a photo of Neil from like
It's
Year
not
of the
even
Gentleman.
Neo.
Not Neo. It's
That's
giving,
like Neo.
it's giving
It looks
Neo.
like
I mean, he's literally in the middle
he's
of
literally doing one of Neil's
Yeah.
dance.
Does he have suspenders like Neo?
Hey,
No, he's wearing a satchel.
Nah, he's wearing.
So a guy pretended to not know his girlfriend after an airline meltdown.
King.
And he gets lots of praise on it. So.
King?
So the quick story says, one airline passenger is winning more praise than he expected after he pretended that his fiance was a stranger. The fiance is even funnier. Was a stranger on a flight. Moments after she had a meltdown about baggage rules. The anonymous user posted about the incident on Reddit, popular asshole forum, where he initially thought he'd get raked over the coals for his actions. I don't know where he's from, but that sounds like a very interesting term. But that wasn't quite what happened because,
The South.
You think so? Raked over the coals?
I'm gonna get raked over the coals for this one.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. According to the original poster, he and his fiancée were boarding a flight home from vacation, and while he knew to bring a small carry-on, he says he brought a regular-sized full bag and tried to get it through boarding.
She did.
Yeah. It was a packed flight. We were boarding. This is pretty detailed. I didn't know it was going to be all of that. Anyways, they're going back and forth on this plane, it looks like.
Yeah, so I read it through. So basically, she gets held up, gets into a huge argument with airport staff. He continues making his way on the plane, leaves her behind.
Were they already in a fight?
I don't know. So he gets onto the plane, gets into the seat. She's cussing, going off, eventually gets on, upset. And then I guess a marshal or airport police or security came and like said, hey, you need to get off this plane. And she's like, no, I'm not leaving. They asked him if he knows her. And at this point he says, hell no. And he's like, I'm just trying to get home. And she gave him a look of death.
Come hell or high water, he's going home.
Yep. And they took her off the plane and she had to catch the next, another flight. And so she
actually caught another flight?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So she was pissed at him for this. And he's saying, was he in the wrong or was he all right? Because
are they still together?
I don't know.
I mean, it depends. If she's losing her shit about the airline or the airport or whoever and their inability to do their jobs, and she felt unsupported, then he should have spoke up.
Yeah.
If she is absolutely irrationally doing her thing, and I'm not sure if I'm just also assuming, I'm putting extras on it. If she's irrationally doing her thing and he knows that she likes to get hot like this and he's been embarrassed before. Yeah. And at this point,
she knows that he doesn't like this. Yeah. And he said, the next time you do this, I'm
going to leave your ass.
I'm going to leave your ass.
And he did what he just did, then king.
Yeah. So not knowing the extra context, I don't know, just going off of this, you gotta ride with your woman, man. Like,
okay, so you have more information than we do.
No. I'm just saying, based off of what was here, like reading the article.
You still have more information than we do because we didn't read the whole article.
Oh, okay, fair. I would say, yeah, you gotta ride with your woman. Like, you can take that discussion afterwards and say, listen, like, you know, things could have been different, whatever, however you want to phrase it. But in that moment, like, y'all were on this trip together. You need to go home together, and whatever that is, whether you need to miss that flight, get on the next flight with her, but you can't just leave your fiance like that.
Do you think leaving someone somewhere where you didn't like come from is wild? Period.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
Even if it's an irrational person that you're dealing with, I understand being like, listen, you're not gonna get me caught up in no bullshit.
Yeah.
I understand that, but this is someone that you decided to be with. Exactly. You decided to go on a trip with.
Part of that decision.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have decided to be with the bullshit.
Exactly.
In another place. You cannot leave. You don't leave a man behind. No. I was raised, if I rolled up here with you together, we leaving together. No matter where it is. The club, the bathroom, the restaurant, another state, another country. I'm not going to leave you behind.
Nah.
But my first question was, what is his legal standing? Because maybe it was some other reasons he was like, bitch, get away from me with these court marshals.
I told you not to bring them here.
Yeah. Come over here. You know I got situations.
You know I got 2 strides.
I got 2 strides.
But, okay. I hear that too. I what if this is just the last straw? Like for real, like he's
It
really
seems like
done.
they're already
Like
in a
this would
fight.
have to be. I don't understand a relationship moving on after this. I think this is it.
That's pretty bad.
This can't be a relationship
Or
after
this could be who they are.
I leave you. I've left you.
The only reason this would be acceptable for me is if she like cheated on him and he was like, this is the last chance to like try to make it work. And then she spazzed out at the airport and he was like, fuck you, bitch, I don't know you. Then I'm like kind of backing him slightly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that or having some legal ramifications tied to you saying, I know this woman, I don't understand.
My man literally said, like, I think it's in there, like his quote, like,
Yeah.
it's like, nah, I don't know her type of thing. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, how you gonna leave your lady like that? Like, how do you
You've
just...
seen her naked.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But it's also like, I don't know, maybe it's just who I am. Like, I'm not gonna go on a trip with Ashley and like get on the plane and she's not behind me. Like, that's weird. That's weird, bro. Like, how
He
you...
said, so this is the exact quotes here. The cop then turned to him and asked if they were together. I blurred out, no, shaking my head emphatically. He confessed, I got kill dagger eyes from her as she shot up and grabbed her bag and followed the cop out. She was also swearing and screaming the whole way out. He says he flew home solo because he had to get back for work. She had to catch the next flight, and she was angry at him when he picked her up from the airport. She obviously thought I was an asshole, and to be honest, almost everyone I know thinks I'm an asshole, except my boss and coworkers. So am I the asshole for this self-preservation? Wow, very interesting. Sounds like he just was like, I had to go to work, and
Seems like an interesting guy.
I don't know. Now I
I'm
don't
saying
even
good
know.
or bad. I'm just saying he seems
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a very
I want to talk to this
interesting
guy.
If I was
person.
her, I'd be like, you don't fuck with me.
Basically.
For whatever reason.
I mean,
you don't
he's-
fuck with me.
The fact he even came to go pick her up the next day, so I don't
He
know.
wasn't even mad. He's like, I gotta go to work.
I guess that's it. He just
So it seems like
tunnel
you're
vision.
doing this.
Yeah.
I gotta go to work. I'll catch you tomorrow.
That's what you tell a
pick you
coworker.
up.
That's not what you tell your
Not
fiance.
your fiance or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever. Just
I'll
don't.
pick you up. What's the big deal?
So, yeah, when you're done here, I'll come get you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll swing by
this-
around 10.
It sounds like I don't know. I don't think he handled it correctly.
No.
I don't think he did.
No, he's definitely gonna keep thinking about this and be like, he definitely could have been.
You don't do this and then like I don't know.
And then ask, was I wrong?
Was I wrong?
You know he knows he's wrong.
Yeah,
know you're
if
wrong.
you gotta ask him,
You know you're
you're
wrong.
wrong.
I just don't think you do this and continue being in a relationship.
No.
I think you do this and it's over.
Listen, you don't.
I don't-
Reject, you can't reject your partner in public and then it's okay after. Like that's,
If I pick you up,
weird.
I'm just bringing you to take your things or whatever, and we're done. Like I my stance has to have been that strong to leave you.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
like I'm not gonna say that. Like I don't. It's one of those things where it's like I don't want to publicly shame the person I'm with. Like we're gonna handle that in our own private home, our own private time. But like we're gonna be wrong together if that's the
But-
case. Like
but-
I don't
We're wrong
know.
together.
That's it. Like I don't
But
know.
what if you feel, playing devil's advocate,
Yeah.
you feel that you're being publicly shamed by her absolute,
Her antics.
her like very public antics.
And again,
she's
it's like, I'm gonna
jumping
try
and
to-
screaming and
Yeah,
kicking
she
and
already
swearing and
Yeah, but
it's-
there's got to be a middle ground
That's what I'm
between
saying,
I
like-
don't know you
Yeah.
and I'm going to deal with this and just be like party to it.
Yeah.
There's a middle ground, I'm sure.
yeah.
That is not you leaving a bitch behind literally while you're getting on a plane. You're like, bye.
I
like, what?
So,
when I went to London with my aunt and she was getting frustrated.
Oh, I've done that before. I did also in London.
I went to London with my aunt, and I don't know. I can't remember the exact specifics,
You're
but
wrong.
maybe we were being last. We were getting lost. Sorry, in the underground, the subway, because
Okay.
it's very complicated.
So
unlike Toronto,
intricate.
very intricate. You can go wherever the fuck you need to go down there. Unlike here.
They'll take you to the suburbs everywhere,
yeah.
all over.
So we're just getting lost in there, and Auntie Anne's just losing it. And she just starts like cussing. And when my aunt says, like, when she says fuck,
Yeah, when she says bad word.
when she says fuck, it's not like, you know how my fuck has like a soft K?
yeah.
It's like
You could say,
fuck,
you could say it like 10 times and you won't hear it.
fuck.
That's a hard. That's hard.
And she's just like, you're catching every other word, and it's just like, I'm like, oh my god, and like she's saying it loud enough, and we're in public with people. I'm also 16.
Yeah.
I Right?
That's traumatizing.
And I'm faster than her. So I just start walking ahead.
No.
And at the end, in her rage, and she likes to retell this story too. She thinks it's hilarious.
That's your funny.
It's because she can laugh about
You
it.
left her behind.
I didn't leave her. I was just walking ahead of her.
No, you left her behind.
You left her behind.
You left her
Like,
behind.
I was walking like just paces ahead of her, and she's like, "Don't pretend like you don't know me."
Yo, you're him. You are this guy. You are him.
That's why I had questions about it. I'm like, don't leave me at the back of the airport.
Okay, I didn't do that.
What'd you do?
No, she was our room was
She yelled at you, don't pretend you don't know me.
when we were in London, our room wasn't right like twice.
I was telling her to stop swearing.
This happened like twice. So like the first time they switched it out, the second time they switched it out, I think maybe it might have been 3 times. By the third time, I'm like,
She'll switch out a room. I know that.
while she went to go talk to the person at the front, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go
I've done that
walk
too,
over
probably.
there,
Yeah.
stand over here. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
just mind my own business while you do whatever you need to do.
That is much less offensive.
Yeah,
Yo.
Yeah.
Right?
But,
It's just like speed walk
she-
fast.
we switched out a room when we got to Italy, and then when we went to London.
Yeah.
The room was basically already paid for because she complained about the last trip.
That's boss. Boss status. Boss status.
Stop playing with it, Tian,
One
okay?
thing about her, she will get it done.
Yeah, she'll get the job.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
I might have
I'm
to
actually
put her on a
crying.
case,
I'm
to be quite
We're
honest.
about to put her on a case
Yeah.
right now.
I love
I've
it.
got all the contacts for her.
I love it.
Oh, no, that's what she's gonna say when we put her on the case. She's gonna say, "Oh, I love it,"
I love it.
because there's so much.
She wants to
ammunition.
smoke, yeah.
Oh, she lives for the ammunition.
And Sien's like the John Wick of complaining.
What are you talking about? She will kick your fucking ass in an email.
You shouldn't have. You know, like in John Wick, they're like, "You killed his dog."
Yeah, there's some CEOs somewhere it's like, you denied Ann Cox?
When she reads like her album, I'm nosy.
You
And
ignored
we're
her
chatting,
nephews?
So I'll be like, so what happened? And she'll like read me like, she'll be like, oh yeah, this is what I said. Because she always has like her iPad or her computer. Yeah, that's what I said. Like she is eating people up.
And then
in
she
the
laughs
most
about it.
Educated way. She laughs. She gets joy.
They
She
ignored
gets
her
joy.
nephews.
Oh my god.
It's like they ignored me 8 times. Guess what? I got $1,000 out of them. Fuck them.
And she'll be like, she is.
Yo, that's
She
amazing.
is-
Rogers is listening at this
Comic
moment,
book
and they're
hero.
like, "We got her."
They're about to,
we got
they're about
it.
to
Got
cut
what
her
we needed.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Got what we needed.
Anything else before we get out of here? We have about an hour. and a half.
Oh man, no, that was good, man. That was a funny story.
Yeah,
That
thank you,
was
thank you, man. No, that was real life. I'm not even doing the comedian putting extras on it.
Yeah.
Like,
So Coco,
she said that
lesson of the story:
Of what story?
be careful when you travel with him.
Because you will leave you.
He will leave you behind.
no, I've never left Coco.
Yet.
No, no, I have no interest in that.
This was me like really going through my head right now of all the places we've been together. I'm like, have you ever left me? No, he hasn't. He hasn't. But I've also never spazzed out in the middle of an airport, cussing people out.
But if anybody will leave you in an airport,
It's definitely
is that because
But like
definitely
honestly,
Shaquille.
if there's places in like on a list where you should not spaz out, on my
Well, I
list,
don't play at
do not
airports.
spaz
No, no,
out
yeah,
on,
don't
at
play
an
at-
airport,
don't-
please.
don't- yeah, don't
It's
play at
already
Airport's
stressful
scary,
enough that we're
scary,
doing it.
scary, scary.
Yeah.
Like we talk about it all the time. When we travel, it feels like we're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't want a spaz out situation because I feel like we're going to jail no matter what you're doing.
Yeah,
we're going to jail.
Yes,
I'm just
officer.
nervously smiling throughout the entire airport, typically because I'm just like scared that somebody's gonna be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in a.
her.
I feel like
I
exactly.
have nothing on me, and I still feel like because that's how they make you feel like you're doing something.
I feel like
wrong.
everybody I talk to at an airport is yes sir, no ma'am.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a-
It's because you're flying to America. It's different when you're going somewhere else.
Where are you going? LA. Why?
Yeah, they make it seem like
It's just my right.
LA's fucking cool, bro.
And I swear to God, I swear to God, whatever
wanna see the
first
sun.
answer you give them, they can't hear you. Every time I've
say that
ever
again?
crossed, what'd you say?
Yeah. Would you?
And that scares you more.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God.
Did I say the wrong thing?
The first time I
it's
went,
like-
they were like, "You're going to LA for a month and you're employed? Yeah. You're working remotely? Yeah. So do you have?
So you work in
do you have
LA?
a home? I live at home with my parents. Okay. So you don't have a home to go back to. So technically, you could just stay there if you want, and you can work remotely, right?
Well, yeah.
No, I have a life to live. No, I'm not. Like he had me basically saying like, bro, I don't want to live in LA for the obvious reasons. I can start listening to them if you really want to have that conversation, but we had to get there Where I was like, I don't get. It felt like he was really trying to trip me up.
Yeah, they do that, man.
It sounds bored.
Yeah, no, but
maybe it's
like,
a game. Maybe it's a game.
I
I barely talk to those people. Look, whenever I go to the States, where are you going? How long? Great.
They're like,
Oh my God, I live for those conversations.
Yeah,
Never happen. They want to know everything about me. How long? How long? And they ask every question twice, and I'm like, stop. I already gave you the answer. I'm sweating. It's making me look guilty.
Yeah,
Didn't do anything.
I just want to go home.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I can't watch Border Control. It's too much. It's traumatizing.
Border Control has prepared me.
That's-
I'll tell you that though.
It has scared me and prepared me all at the same time.
That it do.
Shout out to Shea Moisture because we got to.
Hey.
The world
Oh my gosh, amazing. Patrick Dennis Jr. on everything, man. Appreciate y'all.
That's hilarious. This soundboard stopped working as soon as this soundboard has been
'cause
doing
it
this
knows.
thing. Yeah.
Shop like Shaq.
You waste cheap. You already know what it is. We'll be back next week. We're almost done for the end of the year. We've got
One more.
oh yeah.
Maybe a little special. Maybe something else.
We'll see. We'll see if we can squeeze another one in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got one left. Have to be like a